We're off. You must row in these waters. Strike up the tune. Sail up!
Now your scorn is worn by time, and I wish not to serve. Faithful to my king, never known falseness. I'll follow your flaw until my time to cross the bridge of beyond.
Drop the mast! Raise the mast! Run up the sail! Let's have a song.
Generous Lord, soon I'll praise those into my words to stingy church. Openly I'll sing the truest peace, but silently
Let's sail!
on slander's line.
What are you doing?
For boasting man, I am full of scorn.
Sail up!
Willingly I speak of worthy friends. Courts of kings I many have sought, a gallant minstrel of mild mood and might. For too long, lesser men have sought to tame this town, drain its blood. Thus it is time, open the wounds, draw its poison, behead the snake.
Sing us a song.
If you have a friend, up we raise our shining blades, like wolf teeth they brightly glitter. Now the time for bravery calls us, fearless Righteousness shall mark our deed. Long before the night has fallen, our howls from under shields be heard. Spears and arrows rip the air. The roaring blades resound so grimly. Long I've roamed with blood-red blades, charged the fields with thunderous spears. Well-fed are ravens that follow my trail, Viking hordes thrusting forward.
Here's a tale to tickle your sides. The winter before, I was drinking in Stavanger with some companions. With us in the mead hall were men of Bard Jarl's clan, one of which was a poet named Halli, called Sarcastic Halli by most. 7 ale horns into his night, Halli stood upon his table and called across the room to another man, a skald named Tjodolf. Tjodolf, he yelled, I can compose a more beautiful poem with my belching than you could with your tongue and fine words. The room laughed. Tjodolf loudest of all. I accept your challenge, Sarcastic Halli, he shouted. Allow me to begin. Tjodolf then spoke this verse. Sad Halli drowns in horns of hubris, squeaking like a stoat, yet proudly the pup calls it poetry. The room laughed again, with Halli joining in. Then, Halli tripped across the room and opened his mouth to speak his verse. From his throat erupted a jet of vomit into Tjodolf's face. His only composition that night, of which he seemed most proud.
You Salskulls got a story.
Last time we were ducked, I saw 2 drunk-ass Odin warriors take a tinkle of this great river steed. You know who you are, both of you. No need to raise your hand. But did you know, I saw your water stain the sides of this ship. Such a dishonor to so loyal a steed. Do you realize how many trees had to die for us to use them as our vessel? A longship is 100 horses that mated with sacred fish. Gudrun and Gudmund are like the bloody elves of Asgard. You dare desecrate this scourge of the Swan Roads, this fire spouter to the bowels of England. You should lick these benches, press the masthead, thank the sails, make offerings to the hull. This is our home upon the waves. Hail to our river king, wave walker and loyal serpent. I think I have said enough. Let it never happen again.
Who'll share a tale?
In the early days of the feud between Kjotve the crew,
Death follows in my wake. I do not seek it out, but it is always there, nipping at my heels like a faithful hound. Gilly was my first kill. He was 12. I was 6. He beat me every day, to my eternal shame. One day, I'd had enough. I decided to play a trick on him.
Where you at the good part yet?
I stole his mother's torque and tied it to the tail of the Jarl's horse. Then I let him chase me into the stables, where I hid. He saw the torque and went for it. And when he did, I took my stick and whipped that stallion right in the balls. The stallion bucked, kicked Gilly right in the face. He never bullied me again after that. You know, because he was dead. That was the end of Gillisack.
We need an epic tale.
You want
Hush now.
You want a story?
I know a craze.
I have seen the
There was a woman.
Who among you has heard the tale of the Kraken? It is a real beast, I tell you. I saw it with my own eyes.
Hold on, good Skell.
It is a real beast, I tell you. I saw it. It is a real beast, I tell you. I saw it with my own eyes, a long time ago, when I had barely a hair on my chin. I was out whaling, painting the sea red as we dragged our quarry back to the village by its fin. Fine old grey. Huge he was. The boat slowed down some, then stopped, and
Bring
soon
them
started
up!
moving against the current. We were stunned into silence. Whales die slow death sometimes, and often I make a last bid to escape. So I checked its bindings. And there it was, the Kraken, its arm wrapped around the
More
whale,
sail!
pulling it down to the depths, and us with it. I slashed the rope, releasing the whale, and as quickly as it came, the monster disappeared.
All right, back to the story.
And as quickly as it came, the monster disappeared, dragging its thin into the icy waters. Vanished completely. Took me another season to master the desire to go whaling again.
It was the man called Kjotve the Cruel that brought me to these rain-soaked shores. You all know the name. Of that I am certain. He and my father Rognvald had some disagreements. But my father was never one to bow his head and keep silent. Kjotve's men came for him when I was out hunting. I was not there to defend him. And then when my brother Gurim also fell, I, like a coward, fled to England. I swore that in time I would return to avenge my father's death. But I waited too long. Upon my return from Francia, I heard the news. Kjotve the Cruel is long dead, slain by the hand of Eivor. The wolf-kissed one. I am glad my father's killer is dead. But gods, I wish I had been there to swing the axe myself.
You lot have not fought a full campaign under Halfdan's banner, I would wager. Let me tell you what it was like. Rarely was there a song of swords when Halfdan set forth. Smart Saxons submitted, and the brave were butchered. Soon, his reputation reached the hinterlands, well before the man himself arrived. And Saxons awaited him with riches, not steel. Halfdan's march through England was unstoppable. Everyone bows to a king until his back is turned. Even glorious kings who have not known treason will do so in time. Halfdan had to ensure that what was his would remain so. One by one, I saw him entrust the city and the village to his old loyal followers. Until it came to me. Until East Anglia, I accepted my charge. There are those who bemoan not being able to fight and die on the field. But Halfdan needed us alive. He knew the better, younger fighters should remain at his side, while his wizened Drenger served as his eyes across these lands. There was a tale of the man I was to crown king before Oswald. Athelred, he was called. It was just before you came, Abel. Rued's man had made a spectacle of the poor man, a Christian priest, and a drunken one at that. His veins ran with mead. He had guts, bolstered by his Bible in one hand, Alehorn in the other. If Oswald bound the people with faith in each other, Athelred bound them with the love of God. His piety verged on fanaticism. In time, I learned that Athelred had a following. Reverent men who feared nothing and embraced death in service of their god. More and more joined him as East Anglia plunged deeper into despair. Emboldened, he sought to purge the lands of Rued's clan. I counseled him as best I could, but his faith in God emboldened him. His courage rivaled Rued's. It was all he had. No combat experience, no trained warriors, just sacks of meat.
Reeve sail!
Hey, hold on you!